Are you getting sick and tired of rising food costs? You are not alone. But as food inflation continues to persist, some shoppers are getting creative with the way that they shop for groceries and plan their meals. The Wall Street Journal reports consumers are cutting down on eating out, leaning more on coupons, and changing up the kind of food they eat. Heather Haddon co-wrote that article, and she joins us now to discuss. Heather, thanks for being with us. So break down for us, what are some of the strategies shoppers are using to get creative?
Yeah, so the era of just going to the grocery store willy-nilly and buying whatever you want is really fading for a lot of Americans. So the folks that we talked to said that they're really planning their grocery shopping trips. You know, they're checking their pantries, making sure they're not buying duplicate items. They're clipping coupons, whether those are digital or old-fashioned coupons. And yeah, they're only buying what they really need. They're also changing which grocery stores they're going to. You know, they're maybe going to an Aldi or a Lidl, some of these more discount-oriented chains, and going away from maybe the higher price ones like a Whole Foods, because as we all see it, grocery prices have really gotten expensive, and people are feeling it.
So they're not doing cereal for dinner, as a certain CEO suggested might be a good alternative.
I know. And did you, I mean, a lot of people, Heather, because I know you cover restaurants, I mean, like, a lot of people were really frustrated by that CEO's comments, the CEO of Kellogg, suggesting that people could perhaps eat breakfast for dinner. Now, it's been kind of a marketing campaign that they've had for a long time, but in these times where we're talking about getting creative and using coupons and cost of food going up and people eating out less, was that sort of like a, hey, read the room, buddy? I'm sure you don't feed your kids cereal at night, even though you're the CEO of a cereal company?
Yeah, I think a lot of readers that we talked to did not love that comment. You know, I mean, they are in the cereal business, so they want to promote their cereal in the ways that they can. And, you know, if you just look at the cost of breakfast, I mean, cereal and a lot of these other goods have gotten very expensive. So I mean, that's creative interpretation of how you can use cereal, but I think maybe it did rub some consumers the wrong way.
So let me ask you about just people eating out. If people are sort of eating out less, then how's that impacting the restaurant industry?
Yeah, I mean, you hear the companies talking about it, that they are seeing, some of these companies are seeing a slowdown in consumers, particularly lower income consumers, or they're seeing them maybe not get an appetizer when they go out, or skip on the dessert or the drink. You know, people still love to eat out, but a lot of people are being more conservative about what they spend when they go out, or they are, once again, clicking coupons or really looking for deals and promotions that a lot of these restaurant chains do realize they need to offer, because they are worried about consumers just slipping away and eating at home, maybe eating cereal for dinner.
So, Heather, help our audience understand. I mean, on one hand, they'll hear from the administration that the economy is strong, the economy is doing well. And if you look at the numbers overall, that is true. But then there are prices. There's the economy, and then there's prices. And there's prices that affect people at home. So if the economy is doing well, the stock market is doing well, why are people still feeling the pinch at the grocery store? Why are food prices going up? Why is the cost of eating out going up?
Yeah, it does feel like a disconnect at times, absolutely. But these companies say that, yes, the crazy surge in inflation that we all felt has started to level off, but not all their costs have reduced. So you look at restaurants, and they really rely on labor for their sales, and labor prices continue to go up, whether it's minimum wage increases or benefits that they have to pay to workers. Those costs are still increasing. When you look on the packaged food side, cocoa is way up and it's expected to continue to be up. Beef is up. So, well, some of their costs have leveled out. Not all of them have. And that means, you know, according to these companies, they need to continue to find ways to keep their profits in a way that make their shareholders happy. And so that does, at times, mean they need to keep increasing their prices.
So because there's so many different factors having an impact on how much we spend on food, whether if it's restaurants, it's got to do with labor. If it's grain, maybe it has to do with Ukraine. I mean, it's kind of all over. It's not one single thing. I mean, can we expect any relief, or is it really going to be kind of like an item by item situation?
I think it is going to be select, like you said. So some of the packaged food companies said that they do hope that we see some relief later this year. I know Walmart did talk about some relief coming for consumers, that certain items in the grocery store are expected to at least level off in terms of price increases, but others aren't. I talked about that cocoa example. I wouldn't expect necessarily that candy bars or meat necessarily are going to get cheaper. On the restaurant side, yeah, we'll have to see, because those labor costs are still growing. So it's not necessarily going to be cheap to go out to eat anytime soon.
Yeah, often once things go up, they do not come back down, even when the circumstances change. Heather hadn't. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.